Never had a promotion this big, so call or click now.
Now, your primetime local news leader. Fox 22 News at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, police responded to an incident at the Sebasticook Lake Campground located at 52 Tent Village Road in Newport.
Official details are scarce at this time, but Maine State Police have confirmed the incident ended around 7 o'clock tonight. We'll bring you any new information as it becomes available.
Well, an Athens man and former fire chief was arrested earlier this month for alleged gross sexual assault charges. 45-year-old Sean Boyd was arrested July 1st for allegedly sexually assaulting a 9-year-old over a 6-month time period in 2014. Boyd was released from jail the following day after posting a $2,500 cash bail. He was ordered not to have contact with the victim or anyone under the age of 18.
This case does not fall within any statute of limitations. We're not releasing the victim's gender to protect the victim. It's paramount that in these cases they're very sensitive that the victim is protected.
Sheriff Lancaster says Boyd was within his legal right to post bond. He affirms that community members should feel safe and report any violations to the Somerset County Sheriff's Office.
A Palmyra woman has been arrested for arson in connection with a fire that destroyed several structures. At around 3:30 Thursday morning, fire marshals were called to the Warren Hill Road in Palmyra. Spokesperson Shannon Moss says fire destroyed a residence as well as 2 motorhomes and caused substantial damage to a garage. Moss says investigators spent most of the day at the scene. 44-year-old Allison Trask of Palmyra was arrested and charged with arson, reckless conduct, and aggravated criminal mischief. Moss says Trask is currently on probation for a prior drug offense. No one was living at the residence at the time of the fire. Trask and her boyfriend were living in an apartment over the garage. 2 other people were also in the apartment at the time of the fire. No one was injured.
Meanwhile, 2 people are facing charges in connection with a hit-and-run crash that seriously injured an Orland man. Hancock County Sheriff's Deputy Marcus Downs says 46-year-old Travis Allen was walking in the breakdown lane on Acadia Highway in Orland on Thursday when he was struck from behind. Allen was taken to Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center in Bangor with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. Downs says the vehicle that hit Allen initially fled the scene but was located a short distance away. 71-year-old Patricia Bowen of Searsport claimed to be the driver when Allen was hit. Bowen was arrested for obstructing government administration, falsifying physical evidence, and hindering apprehension. Deputy Downs says 32-year-old Brittany Gaynor of Searsport was the actual driver. Gaynor was later located, arrested, and charged with leaving the scene of a personal injury accident, failure to report an accident, and obstructing government administration.
A Dover Foxcroft man pleaded guilty to drug trafficking in federal court in Bangor today. According to court records, 45-year-old Malcolm Pierce was a passenger in a vehicle stopped on I-95 by a Maine State trooper in December 2019. The trooper arrested Pierce after finding there was an active warrant for his arrest. While arresting him, the trooper found 32 individually wrapped 10-gram sticks of suspected heroin inside Pierce's jacket, as well as an additional stick of heroin and small bags of suspected cocaine and methamphetamine in the vehicle. Pierce faces up to 20 years in prison.
Well, community members are left asking questions after Hermantown officials called a special council meeting Thursday, and some highly unanticipated actions were then taken. R.A.J. Douglas explains.
The closed-door executive session proceedings were initiated at the very beginning of the town meeting, lasting around 30 minutes. When chairman returned, it was announced town manager Howard Troll's resignation would be accepted. Community members immediately questioned the decision.
Mr. Chairman? Mr. Chairman?
Ron?
Yes. Isn't it typical to have public comment before action by the council?
D. Thomas?
Yes. Yes. Mr. Chairman?
I'm going to let our attorney answer that question.
The town lawyer, Tim Peace, was asked to address the concerns of those in attendance about not being heard prior to the council's vote. Community members did not stay silent despite being instructed by Peace that during this particular special meeting, public comment would not be required.
So the public's being silenced.
Right. At this point, Steve, you're out of line. You're out of line. You've already been told. This isn't public comment. I'm going to call a recess. I'm going to call a recess for 5 minutes, and I'm going to ask our deputy. You haven't declared yourself out of executive session. Please follow the state rules. Anthony Reynolds from the session. We're going to take a break for 5 minutes. We talk. The council is going to go across the hallway.
Ultimately, a brief recess was called to allow everyone to calm down. When the council returned, an interim town manager, treasurer, and road commissioner were sworn in on the spot. One member from the council took a moment to express well wishes to Troll.
The town council appreciates the hard work and vision Howard Troll has exhibited during his nearly 6 years of service to the town, and we wish him well in his future endeavors.
Each interim position will serve up to 120 days. We spoke to several town members who say they are confused by the blunt changes, lacking any explanation. In studio, AJ Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Meanwhile, the state's drought task force has been deployed by the Maine Emergency Management Agency over the state's recent drought conditions. Our Matthew Dronsick has more.
As of July 7th, the United States Drought Monitor reported half of Maine's 16 counties as drier than usual. Natural Hazards Planner Samuel Roy says drying conditions could raise concerns in the future.
Based on forecasts from some of our drought task force participants from the National Weather Service, they're indicating that they expect these conditions to continue throughout this month. So, yeah, it's been getting worse and doesn't seem to be getting any better anytime soon.
In response, the Maine Emergency Management Agency is meeting at a time where Mainers are still seeing the repercussions from the previous year.
Drought conditions never really left the state from last year. They've really extended into 2022. They were more isolated last year, but this year they've become a bit more extensive in the southern parts of the state. And it's happened rather quickly.
The Maine Emergency Management Services and U.S. Geological Survey will be hosting a meeting on August 4th to discuss the current conditions and forecast future trends.
We really rely a lot on a lot of scientists and other state agencies and other organizations that really, they have their ear to the ground in terms of drought impacts.
One topic that will be on the mind in the meeting will be how the drought conditions affect the dry wells across the state. The state of Maine currently has 26 dry wells, with the majority of them in Cumberland, Kennebec, and Oxford counties.
We just keep track of the number of dry wells, and if we're having more droughts or we're having more severe droughts, more wells will be impacted, so we might need to expand on those types of programs.
Matthew Juronsik, ABC 7, Fox 22.
And there has certainly been no shortage of heat and dry weather lately, so I'm sure drought conditions are definitely a concern.
Absolutely, yeah. Those conditions, or those temperatures and everything that you've talked about really contributing to those conditions as well.
Absolutely, and with a little bit more on how much of that is still coming our way, let's turn things over and take a first look at our forecast.
Hey, Beth, thank you very much. Happy Friday night. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Goose River Farm Meat Store, Natural Beef and Pork. Check them out at 29A Belmont Avenue in Belfast, Maine. Alrighty, so we definitely had some active weather recently, but today was a beautiful day with a lot of sunshine. We had a few passing clouds, though, and we even had a few sprinkles trying to develop as a result of that. But now things are starting to calm down at this point. We're caught in between two systems located right about in here, moving from the west to the east, and we'll be watching for more chances of clouds moving in and maybe a small chance for a few showers in the northern parts of Maine as we head towards the daytime tomorrow. High temperatures today making it into the lower 80s, so it was a warm one out there, but of course more warmer temperatures will soon be on the way. Hourly forecast for the rest of the evening period, those showing temperatures in the 60s and eventually some 50s as we head towards tomorrow morning. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Beth?
All righty, Mr. Biggs, thank you so much. And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, the Skowhegan River Park Committee receives a generous donation from their first corporate sponsor.
And Skowhegan residents may have noticed the blue, white, and orange crosswalks located in downtown. We'll tell you the meaning behind them. All those stories and much more after this.
The 201 horsepower turbocharged Kia Forte GT. Finally a reason to pull those aviators out of the glove compartment.
Big trucks rule the road. They're dangerous and they can cause big, bad injuries. But the big trucking companies don't stand a chance against me. I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. If you've been hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
Out with the old and in with the new. Check out Pat's Pizza Specials. Tuesdays, $5 spaghetti and meatballs. Tuesday all day breadstick special. Wednesday, large one-topping pizzas, $8. Wednesday, small steak and cheese with French fries, $6.25. Friday, fish with French fries, $7.50. Saturday, small one-headed pizza, fountain soda, $7.25. And you can still save some dough. Bring the family to the all-new Pat's Pizza, 662 Main Road North, Hamden.
Dude, can you believe we're graduating? And they helped us find a great job. Soon we'll be living the dream.
Exactly. I'm incredibly grateful for Maine Job Corps. If it wasn't for them, I'd be working an entry-level job and barely making it.
Let Team Maine Job Corps help find the career that's right for you. Call 561-8516.
You know what's really interesting? Our customers are just so surprised Bridget didn't recommend just the most expensive mattress. That's because she recommends a series of mattresses that'll fit you at different prices. Come in and meet Bridget.
Aaron Judge leads the Yankees in the next chapter against the Red Sox. I was born to win. Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
Make more good in the all-new Sportage X-Pro. Kia, movement that inspires.
The Midsummer Classic is back in Tinseltown. The MLB All-Star Game, Tuesday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
Niecy Nash hosts the new music game show where you guess the lyrics or it's bye bye bye. You are killing it! Don't forget the lyrics, all new Monday on Fox.
The Skowhegan River Park is closer than it's ever been before.
For 20 years, the town of Skowhegan has been planning for major change in the downtown area near the Kennebec River. Formerly known as the Run the River Project, the Skowhegan River Park will become an attraction for local families and tourists.
Vision and the grand vision for the Skowhegan River Park is 2 whitewater features in our downtown river gorge that will be accessible and viewable right from back here. The first feature will be more of a kayak hole. The second feature will be an adjustable surf wave.
Cannon says 50 miles of multi-use trails and a stairwell to the river are other features of the project. Rafting, river surfing, paddleboarding, and tubing are among the fun activities folks can enjoy. Skowhegan Town Manager Christine Almond says the River Park project will bring an economic boost to the community.
Maine is known for its natural resources and outdoor recreation, so that'll be great for the tourists that travel through Skowhegan. We're hoping to get them to stop here.
Senators Susan Collins and Angus King approved a $2 million federal earmark for the project in March. Since then, the project has raised over $4 million of donations towards the first phase of construction. Federal Savings Bank in Skowhegan recently donated $30,000 to help fund the highly anticipated project.
So it's important as a community bank that we support projects in the communities we serve. And we felt that the Skowhegan River Park is going to have a large impact for the region with regard to tourism, economic development.
This area where I'm standing is expected to be the Riverfront Promenade. Construction for that, along with other features of the project, is expected to start by the summer of next year. In Skowhegan, I am Sierra Jonah reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
The office of Senator Angus King announced the introduction of new legislation designed to help Americans access simple and free tax filing services. Senator King introduced the legislation with 22 of his senator colleagues and says the Tax Simplification Act would create free and easy tax filing tools to reduce the 13 hours and $240 that taxpayers spend on average filing their taxes. King released a statement on the act saying in part, quote, "The Tax Filing Simplification Act of 2022 would end the third-party chokehold on tax filing and direct the IRS to create their own simple and free online portal where taxpayers can directly enter and file their returns. The bill would also help taxpayers automatically receive and submit the information they need to file their taxes, saving time and reducing the risk of costly errors," end quote.
Well, Northern Light Rehabilitation just opened its new location on Hammond Street. In a brand new 12,500 square foot facility, the organization will continue to provide the same expert care, but with updated equipment and better parking. The property also includes a larger adult gym, 6 additional private treatment rooms, and larger pediatric rooms for more treatment options. Now, with the building only open for a few days now, physical therapists Katie Bouchard and Martina Gerald shared their thoughts on the changes.
It feels very welcoming both for us and for the clients and patients. It's new and bright, everything's clean. So it's been a good change for us.
I feel like a lot of the comments that patients have said when they come in is the amount of space that we have now. I think we increased by almost 3,000 feet. So it definitely makes a huge difference when patients walk in and see the area for the first time.
The location will feature 3 team rooms for its employees and 2 private rooms for telehealth appointments.
Well, if you live in Skowhegan or are a visitor, you may have noticed the blue, white, and orange crosswalks located in the downtown area. In an effort to deter speeding, Main Street Skowhegan developed an initiative to make it safer for pedestrians to walk around the Rotary as well as shop downtown. As part of the pedestrian safety test project, a total of 7 crosswalks will be painted along with bollards added to the sides. Main Street Skowhegan Director Mackenzie Caford says the project increases the viability of crosswalks and encourages drivers to slow down.
As we grow as a community and what we're trying to do downtown, it's important that we make pedestrians feel a lot more welcome down here with all the shops as well. So having places for them to cross and get across from one shop to the next and just feel safe doing that is one of the main priorities.
Caford says since they've painted the new crosswalks, she's noticed drivers have been slowing down. She says they still have 4 more crosswalks to paint, which will be located on Commercial Street in Skowhegan. It's a great initiative there, and always, stressing safety, especially in those busy areas, is always so important.
Well, those bright colors are going to make visibility, so much more prominent there, which is important, for drivers and for those who are using them. And you want to go out and go shopping and have fun and feel like you can be safe to move around the community that you're in. So great job there.
Yeah, really cool to see. Still to come on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, how House Democrats are hoping to enshrine federal abortion protections into law.
And the Biden administration is hoping a new number for the suicide prevention hotline will help Americans access the resources and the support they need. All of those stories and more as the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 continues.
Whatever your style, we make it easy to create the home that fits you and that fits your life. And now get up to 72 months, no interest. Experience the style that's yours.
When pipes froze and water damage ravaged a home, Bouchard Cleaning was there to restore and dry things up. When a home in Wells needed mold remediation, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration performed as promised. From Madawaska to Owl's Head, Ashland to Bath, we've answered the call. More than just a cleaning company, we're restoring Maine. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
You don't just go to work. You do the work. And it shows. You're committed to training and inspiring others. And you play. as hard as you work. For that, you need a vehicle as strong as you are to get you where you want to go. Dedication. That's a Varney value, and one you'll find at Varney Buick GMC, Hogan Road, Bangor.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine with equipment and tool rentals for more than 30 years. Our extensive inventory contains everything you need to get the job done right. Our professional, knowledgeable staff is here to make sure that you get the highest quality rental items to complete your project and that they have been serviced and maintained to the highest standards. Power brooms to get that sand off the lawn, leaf blowers, brush chippers, stump grinders, aerial lifts, tillers, and excavators. We rent most everything. If you don't see it in our online catalog, please ask for it. If we don't have the item you need, we would be happy to help you find it.
Home isn't just about looks, it's how it makes you feel. Calm, or maybe even cozy. And now get up to 72 months, no interest. Experience the difference at Jordan's.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
House Democrats passed a bill Friday which would enshrine federal abortion protections into law. Passing the measure in an evenly divided Senate, however, may be a heavy lift. Fox's Caroline Shively reports from Washington.
Yeas are 223. The nays are 205. The bill is passed.
The House voted to legalize abortion nationwide on Friday in response to the Supreme Court's decision last month to throw out the federal protections under Roe v. Wade.
Bottom line, there is no room for politicians in our wombs.
It is abortion for any reason at any stage of pregnancy until birth. It's not the will of the American people.
The House measure would actually expand Roe and prevent abortion bans earlier than 24 weeks. But it has little chance of becoming law. Democrats don't have the votes to get it through the Senate. Without it, abortion rights and restrictions are up to the states. About half are moving to block or severely limit the procedure.
The states are going to adjust. They're going to determine what their citizens want, and they're going to make judgments on it and govern accordingly. And that's to me, in line with the Constitution and what the Supreme Court has said.
The House also passed a bill that would prohibit punishment for doctors performing the procedure outside their home state and block laws banning travel to another state for abortion.
Is this the United States of America, where Republicans in these states can say to women, you cannot cross state lines for your own good health?
House Democrats are planning more votes on reproductive rights this summer, including one next week that would guarantee the right to birth control. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
Hopes for an additional spending package appear lost for Democrats for now. Fox's Aisha Hosni has more on that.
It's frustrating, but it's kind of predictable.
You cannot trust what he says.
I hope no one is naive enough to believe this latest Lucy in the football episode with Senator Manchin.
Tonight, fellow Democrats are lashing out at Senator Joe Manchin after he once again iced the party's latest tax and spending plan over concerns about soaring inflation.
I'm not going to do something and overreach that causes more problems.
The West Virginia senator speaking out to Talkline hours after it was leaked to the press that he told Majority Leader Chuck Schumer he would not support an economic package that contains new spending on energy and climate change or new tax increases targeting wealthy Americans or corporations. Instead, he would only support a Medicare prescription drug provision and an extension for health care subsidies. Manchin later clarified he's paring down the package to try and meet Schumer's deadline before those subsidies expire, and he's not ready to spend in tax until he sees the next inflation report.
Until we see the July inflation figures, until we see the July Federal Reserve rates, interest rates, then let's wait until that comes out so we know that we're going down a path that won't be inflammatory to add more to inflation.
The ordeal eerily similar to what happened last fall when someone leaked a memo outlining Manchin's priorities on Build Back Better, fueling fury against him from members of his own party. This time, though, some of his most vulnerable colleagues facing tough elections this fall may feel relieved. But Manchin's loudest critics are already using him to energize voters.
Mr. Fossil Fuel Industry in the Senate? How is he the one making the decision about climate investment?
We're going to have to just elect a couple more Democrats who will overturn the filibuster, who will fight for working people and not for oil companies.
And the president is getting involved now, telling the Senate to essentially take Senator Manchin's deal and go ahead and move on the prescription drug and health care subsidy provisions before the August recess and leave climate and energy to him and his executive orders. On Capitol Hill, I'm Aisha Hasni, Fox News.
Meanwhile, a surge in COVID cases around the country. Congress never approved any more money to address medical treatments for coronavirus or vaccines. Fox's Chad Pergram reports.
COVID cases up, pandemic interest down. Congress checked out. President Biden proposed $30 billion in new spending for the next round of vaccines, tests, and therapeutics months ago.
Without more funding, we'll start to run out of them by the end of May. We've also had to scale back our plan to purchase more preventive therapies for Americans who are immunocompromised.
$30 billion dwindled to $15 billion. Congressional leaders attached it to a mega spending bill. But in March, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi had to nix the COVID money due to Senate reservations and opposition among House Democrats. Otherwise, the overall bill may have failed. That would trigger a government shutdown and could have short-circuited military aid for Ukraine.
I didn't get what I wanted in the bill. We have a deadline for keeping government open. We have a lively negotiation. It has to be bipartisan. We want it to be bipartisan, but in the Senate, you need 60 votes.
House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer now says, quote, "We made a mistake yanking the COVID money. Several efforts to pass the aid as a standalone failed."
I believed we needed to do more on COVID vaccine deployment in the country and elsewhere a couple months back, and we thought we might be close to a package, and we didn't get there.
Now there's concern the U.S. may not have enough boosters and vaccines for those who want them this fall. Republicans say they're open to retooling existing money for COVID needs.
The infrastructure bill, but there's just a lot of money that was put out that could be repurposed for this.
Pelosi hinted that another looming crisis could force Congress to act.
Now we have the monkeypox, and that is another call for resources and action. So I think those who may be thinking, well, let's wait until things get really serious on the Senate side, they are getting serious.
Lawmakers could blend together money for COVID and monkeypox in a stopgap spending bill to fund the government in September. On Capitol Hill, Chad Pergram, Fox News.
The Biden administration is hoping a new number for the suicide prevention hotline will help Americans access the resources and the support they need. Several states, however, are already reporting some issues with the rollout. Fox's Jillian Turner tells us how local crisis centers are preparing for an increase in calls.
988 is life and death, and so we want this to go well. Failure is not an option.
Beginning tomorrow, the Health and Human Services Secretary says Americans can dial or text 988 to reach a national suicide prevention hotline 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
It's almost like a 911 for mental health.
According to government statistics, nearly 46,000 Americans died by suicide in 2020, and 12.2 million seriously thought about it. The Biden administration says 1 in 6 calls to the existing 10-digit national suicide hotline end without connection to a counselor due to a lack of state-level resources. They've spent over $400 million preparing for the launch of 988. State-run crisis centers say they hope it will help more Americans access help on the ground where they live, but worry about the increased volume 988 will spur.
If this is successful, we'll be challenged to answer all the calls.
988 is designed to take in calls from across the U.S., but connect callers with state and local crisis centers close by.
We know our services. We know the areas. We know how to get people connected with those services and supports.
Many states, though, are already struggling to keep up with demand. Illinois only answered 20% of its calls during the first quarter of 2022, meaning 80% of emergency callers were transferred out of state. Others, like Arizona, have a high call processing rate. They say 988 will help them process even more.
If somebody's calling 911, 90% of the time, they're going to have law enforcement or fire dispatched. And here, when calls come to us, we're stabilizing over 50% of those over the phone.
Starting tomorrow, if you or someone you know is experiencing a mental health crisis, you can call the new suicide prevention hotline on your screen. It's just 3 digits. That's 988. The old, longer federal hotline number will also still remain active. In Washington, Jillian Turner, Fox News.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, we'll take a look at a spot in Bangor for cryptozoology fans to learn more about mysterious creatures around the world.
And in sports, Maine men's basketball kicks off summer practices this week under first-year head coach Chris Markwood. More from the Black Bears after the break. We'll be right back.
In NASCAR, the journey begins with one simple start. Turn, bump, win, and celebration. I am the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. I am NASCAR.
Up and Spoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up and Spoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
I grew up in Eastport. My dad actually worked for Bangor Hydro, so that was always my goal. I've been here for 36 years. We're all that same company, from Washington County to Bangor, Lincoln, Prescott. We're all the same people. We're all from here. This area is like one big community. When we help people, that's our biggest reward, getting the power back on. We've done that for years, and we'll continue to do that.
Hey Bangor residents, the City of Bangor is offering up to $2,000 in grants for income-eligible single-family homeowners if you install a new Fujitsu heat pump in your home. And Valley Home Services is an authorized Fujitsu installer. Up to $2,000. Combine that grant with rebates from Efficiency Maine, and you could have a new Fujitsu heat pump installed by Valley Home Services at little to no cost. Don't miss this incredible offer, Bangor. Call Valley Home Services today to see if you qualify.
At Hashi's Auto Enhancing, our focus is on the appearance, longevity, and value of your vehicle. Does your undercarriage look like this? You can go from this to this. And if you have a new vehicle, you can avoid this. Our annual undercoating service will add years of life to your vehicle. At Hashi's, we also do rhino linings. We can rhino rocker panels, bumpers, trailers, side-by-sides, and more. We take pride in making your ride shine inside and out. Book one of our detailing packages.
Bring your ride to us to protect your investment.
Check one, check two. The store's appearance may have changed throughout the years, but its dedication to our community and families has not wavered. We will still welcome you with a smile and top-notch service. If you need coffee, check. Tasty treats,
Check.
freshly made pizza, check. Or wine and spirits,
Check.
stop by and fill up your tank and check us out.
Up and Spoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up and Spoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
Well, imagine your child getting a new book every month for free up until they turn 5 years old. That's about to become a reality for every Maine family, and it's thanks to iconic country star Dolly Parton. The singer-songwriter's Imagination Library is expanding to Maine. Governor Mills announced the program at the National Governors Association activities today in Portland. The Imagination Library of Maine will mail age-appropriate books to children from birth until age 5 every month, regardless of family income.
As the grandmother of two little girls, ages 3 and 6, and I
You know, I bring them books all the time, but for Dolly Parton to initiate this Imagination Library, and for our legislature to chip in and help fund startup costs for the Imagination Library to happen here in Maine, to send books to every child 0 to 5 years old every month, to generate inspiration, education, and joy in their lives, no matter what else is going on. That is truly inspirational.
That Congress has finished its job.
About $200,000 from the state will go toward the program. Organizers are working on the details of the rollout. And the goal, of course, is to have about 100,000 books out to kids across Maine by the end of next year. That's exciting.
Really cool initiative there. All right, well, less than $4 a gallon of gas. That's right, there's just one station in the state selling gas for $3.99. Mal Meyer has more from Buxton with details on where and when other drivers could get some relief at the pump.
This is the cheapest gas station in Maine at $3.99 a gallon. Compared to the state's average of $4.77, that's some considerable savings. With the price of everything up, Mainers are pinching pennies.
We look for the sales.
And this is a pretty good sale.
Yes, it sure is.
The secret's out around town that Panda Market on Parker Farm Road has low prices.
It's always been cheap here.
But it hasn't been this low for quite some time.
Somebody put it on Facebook, so I said, well, I got to go get some of that.
The average cost in Maine for a gallon of gas topped off at $5.09 in mid-June, according to Gas Buddy. Here and nationally, that's changed over the last few weeks.
Prices are falling out of concern that oil consumption and demand will go down. At the same time, supply is recovering.
The way things are headed, Patrick DeHaan with Gas Buddy believes prices could drop anywhere from 25 to 50 cents a gallon on average in the next few weeks.
And there certainly could be a rising number of stations in the country that fall under the $4 a gallon mark in the weeks ahead.
It's really dependent on the market.
The family that owns Panda Market says they only mark up the gasoline they get by about 10 or 15 cents. For them, this is how they do business.
We try to keep it low. It's just, mutual benefit. So customers, they come inside, get the, snacks, Asian snacks, food, drinks, beer.
For drivers like Sherry Dobson, it's a huge relief.
Every little bit helps. And so, I'm grateful to see it at this price.
I'm sure a lot of people are. Well, fans of Bigfoot, the Mothman, and the Dover Demon rejoice. There's now a spot in Bangor for you to learn more about these and other mysterious creatures. Here's Dylan Holloway to shine a light on some of the museum's strange curiosities.
The International Cryptozoology Museum and Bookstore in Bangor is just a few months old, but is already making a name for itself. The museum is the second location opened by famed cryptozoologist Lauren Coleman, who is affectionately called the godfather of cryptozoology. Cryptozoology is the study and search of unknown, legendary, or hidden animals.
He thought that it would be nice to kind of bring a little bit of the museum up here because a lot of people can't travel all the way to Portland to see that one. And then we were able to throw in some of the Stephen King stuff that goes along with the Bangor culture.
Operations curator Jean Tewksbury says the museum offers a wide array of wonders, including her personal favorite, the legendary Bigfoot.
When I was 7 years old, I saw the movie documentary, little drama thing they did, Sasquatch, The Legend of Bigfoot. It had the Patterson-Gimlin footage in it, and I was hooked ever since.
Tewksbury says there are several fun events on the horizon, including a conference in Portland, which is scheduled for next spring. She says the Bangor and Portland museums are all-encompassing, which sets them apart from similar attractions around the world.
There's a ton of different Bigfoot museums all over the country. There's a Mothman museum in West Virginia, Flatwoods one. And there's actually, I found out doing the networking, which I never knew, there's an Icelandic sea serpent museum in Iceland as well. So everything is kind of got its own little thing, but this brings them all together.
The Bangor location offers free admission and is open Friday through Sunday from 11 to 6. For more information about the oddities of the International Cryptozoology Museum, visit cryptozoologymuseum.com. Reporting from Bangor, I'm Dylan Holloway for ABC7 and Fox 22.
What a cool thing to have in the community.
Yeah, it
That's
really
just
is.
So neat.
Yeah, I really want to go there for a day and just explore and see all what they have to offer. I love that it's all encompassing as well, not focusing on just one little
thing. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, our full forecast is coming up next, so stay with us.
It was a beautiful day around here with plenty of sunshine. We had a few sprinkles trying to show up on the radar earlier. That has all since tapered off, but we do have chances for showers and thunderstorms coming up in the extended forecast. Your full local forecast is coming up next.
I work long hours to provide for my family, but with runaway inflation, it's getting harder to make ends meet. Instead of lowering costs for families, Washington liberals are attacking America's tech innovators. That's the wrong agenda at the wrong time. The left's bill will destroy jobs, make China stronger, and America weaker. Working people like me will pay the price. No Republican senator should support this liberal agenda. Tell Senate conservatives to reject the left's bill.
What could possibly be better than our annual tent sale? Wait a minute, I have a better idea. How about a no tent sale?
He's right. Dorsey's has scoured their warehouses and suppliers for discontinued, slightly damaged, one-of-a-kind furniture and mattresses. You'll find great tent sale discounts of up to 50% off throughout our showroom. They save the cost of the tent, security, and weather damage and pass the savings on to you. Genius.
It's simple. Less cost for us, more savings for you, my friend.
Oh, great. My wireless bill just went up.
Should have gone with US Cellular. They aren't raising prices on any of their plans.
Seriously?
Yeah, my price won't increase.
Well, that is refreshing. I feel like everywhere you turn these days, prices are going up.
Supply chain got us too. Don't get me started on the overhead costs.
At US Cellular, every plan for everyone is price protected.
You know, I respect a female entrepreneur.
US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
Folks from all across Maine have discovered that all roads lead to Down East. This summer, we hope that you will come visit us too. While here, you can take a river walk, go on a historic tour, take the kids to the museum, or buy a new 2022 Toyota Tacoma or Highlander at 1.9% APR for 48 months. Come visit the Twin Cities this summer and be sure to snap a selfie with Paul. All roads lead to Down East Toyota on Wilson Street in Brewer.
Alrighty, happy Friday night. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Varney Ford. Varney Ford in Newport gives 1 full year of maintenance on every new and used vehicle they sell. Come visit them and see their huge selection of cars and trucks. The nice car and truck people. Alrighty, we had a few passing clouds across the region recently and even caused a few sprinkles to develop across parts of the viewing area today. But now we're starting to look decent out there, but we will be watching for more clouds that will begin to move in rather soon as we're watching our next system beginning to approach, as we're watching high pressure from the west moving to the east now and high pressure over us. So our next system going to be moving in rather soon, especially as we head towards the daytime tomorrow. Wave height's not too bad right now, only at around 2 to 3 feet, according to some of the buoys out there, so no small craft advisories in effect. And there won't be any issues with the ocean, especially as we head towards tomorrow. Even though the winds may try to pick up just a little bit, some of those gusty winds trying to reach up to around 10 to 15 miles per hour in a few spots, and we'll keep some of that going through parts of the evening as well. Temperatures recently middle 80s last few days, though, so that's about 4 degrees above normal, as our average high is now 81 degrees. We'll be in the lower 80s today, middle 80s by Sunday, upper 80s, maybe lower 90s by Monday, back in the lower 80s Tuesday, hitting 90 by Wednesday, maybe even warmer than that. The middle 80s as we head towards Thursday and the parts of Friday as well. Already your muggy meter, though, showing those dew points that will be on the rise yet again, unfortunately, especially as we head towards Sunday, Monday, even into Tuesday, making it into the middle to upper 60s, maybe even lower 70s by Monday before we're all finished up and we fall back into more comfortable territory. UV next forecast for Saturday will be on the high side. It'll be at a 7, so that means a burn time of around 30 minutes, so hats, sunglasses, sunscreen, and shade will be necessary to avoid a bad sunburn, even with some of the clouds that may try to sneak in here. So Futurecast, speaking of clouds, some of those will try to move in overnight tonight and in parts of the daytime tomorrow, but some sunshine will also try to sneak out. Some rain trying to develop across the northern ends of the state. I think Bangor and areas nearby will be okay, so we're going with a more drier forecast. Any chances of that will get out of here pretty quickly. Staying partly cloudy for a while as we head towards Sunday morning. Some rain chances will try to sneak in as well, especially as we head towards Sunday afternoon. So your forecast coming up for tonight, overall not too bad. Upper 50s on the way, partly cloudy, maybe mostly cloudy in a few spots from time to time, with the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tomorrow, all right, lower 80s, we're going mostly cloudy and completely dry by the northern parts of the state, while We'll have to watch out for a few showers that will try to develop too. The southwest wind trying to gust up to 20 miles per hour in a few areas. In your Varney Ford extended forecast, already a small chance for storms as we head towards Sunday. Highs making into the middle 80s, starting to become more humid as well. Getting close to 90 degrees by Monday under a partly cloudy sky. More storms on the way for Tuesday. Highs at the low 80s. 90 degrees by Wednesday, partly cloudy.
The heat coming our way.
Yeah, very warm outlook overall.
All right, sports coming up next with Dave Peck. Stay with us.
Gas and heating oil prices are the highest ever. Why? Because Joe Biden and the liberals in Congress took a hard left turn and dragged Jared Golden with them. Biden and Golden turned off more American energy production, stopping pipelines and exploration, looking to buy from our enemies. They are going the wrong way. Mainers need relief, not empty promises. Tell Jared Golden to help open American energy production and lower the price of gas.
You don't stay in business as long as Rowell's Garage unless you're doing a lot of things right. Since 1946, Rowell's Garage in Dover Foxcroft has seen many customers drive off the lot completely satisfied, and they keep coming back. Why? Things like a wide selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and crossovers. Incredible customer service. A repair center that does it right the first time and on time. But the biggest reason, like new quality vehicles at a pre-owned price. So save yourself the hassle and save yourself some money. Rowell's Garage, Dover Foxcroft.
Something exciting is happening at Otelco. We've been talking about our investment in fiber internet a lot lately. $33 million invested, 455 miles of fiber to 43,000 main homes. Now we have even more good news. We're joining together with GoNet Speed and taking our mission to expand fiber to a whole new level. It's the fastest possible internet, and this is just the beginning. Visit otelco.com/good news to learn more.
Please join us for the second annual Kevin Call Jr. Truck and Tractor Pull, sponsored by Bangor Motorsports, located at the Penobscot Snowmobile Club in Herman. Gates open at 10 a.m. on July 23rd. Admission $10. Children 12 and under are free. We will have full concessions and apparel for sale, as well as raffle tickets for your chance to win a 2023 Skidoo Renegade. Enjoy 10-plus classes of pulling, including trucks, tractors, and even semis. Brought to us by the Maine State Truck and Tractor Pullers Association. Visit Sled Herman on Facebook for more info.
The $1 Million Music Guessing Game is back. Beat Shazam! With the best dad and daughter team.
Dad, do not embarrass me.
Beat Shazam, part of $1 Million Music Mondays on Fox.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, we're into the dog days of summer, but over at UMaine, the first official week of basketball season is underway, with Maine men's basketball holding their first practice under Chris Markwood on Tuesday. Tyler Cruz was there with the story.
But now that the guys are here for summer school, it's time to get to work, and I'm really excited about that.
Basketball is back in Orono as the Black Bears officially kicked off their season with the first practice of the summer earlier this week.
The energy is great. It's awesome to be here with all the guys. We're so happy to have everyone back.
It also marks the first official practices of the Chris Markwood era. And the South Portland native and former Black Bear says this whole experience has been...
It's been a whirlwind. It's been a whirlwind, but I feel extremely blessed to have this opportunity to be home, to be back at my alma mater, to be in my home state.
Since Markwood's introductory press conference back in the spring, he's hit the ground running. First, filling out a roster and putting together a coaching staff.
Just like our players, just high-character individuals that are serious-minded and hard-working. I wanted a staff that our guys could really lean on.
The staff has been really helpful. They made sure to lead us through this whole process and made sure to be even over-communicating at times with us, making sure that we know everything that's going on.
And after months of all the behind-the-scenes work, just ask Coach how it felt to get out on the court for the very first time.
Yeah, it's like Christmas.
So as a program with a brand new coaching staff, the first season is about establishing a culture. And Markwood says he's more focused on the routines his guys are forming rather than the record at the end of the year.
Trying to build that togetherness and family atmosphere and just start to build winning habits. That's the biggest thing in year one for us. We're not worried about the end results. We're just worried about building the right habits. And we know that if we can get great habits, winning habits, the results will come with that.
But win or lose, they're just taking it day by day and trying to improve every time they walk into the gym.
You know, I'm just taking it one day at a time, being extremely grateful for the opportunity, and just try to do my best in terms of giving my best every single day to this program and to our guys.
Reporting from Orono, I'm Tyler Cruz, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
All right, thank you, Tyler. So, I mean, it's July 15th, and they're already starting to set the groundwork for the fall and the winter. And, Tyler, we were talking before the show earlier tonight, and he was saying there is a lot of energy there. There's a lot of positive energy there, so that's certainly something to look towards as we get into the Chris Markwood era. For now, though, let's transition to some football, because we're just one day away from kickoff of the Maine Lobster Bowl. A week of practice is in the books, and before Friday night's annual banquet, our Tyler Cruz once again was at work, and he caught up with Bangor grad and incoming Husson Eagle, Max Clark.
Thanks, Dave. I am here outside of Foxcroft Academy. It's media day for the Lobster Bowl. I'm here with Bangor's Max Clark. Max, I mean, just to start, what's it been like? You got here Sunday, living in the dorms with a bunch of people that maybe you've been playing against all year. What's this experience been like?
It's been a ton of fun. You know, it's been good to get to know some people that you've been across the field from or just seen play online or something like that. So it's been fun to get to know everybody, to compete with each other. It's been a ton of fun.
Annual tradition Lobster Bowl down in it's in where Lewiston this
Lewiston
year, right?
High School, yeah.
So to represent Bangor in this game and in the charity, what does that mean to you?
Oh, it's exciting. You know, I've kind of been going to these as a kid for so long, so to be able to play and represent Bangor and just the area itself has been a lot of fun for sure. I've been looking forward to it. So just taking this weekend, taking it in.
Nice. We're talking to two of your future teammates, Austin and Marcus from Skowhegan, and they said a lot of kids here are actually going to Husson next year to play with you guys. Correct. What's it been like, kind of maybe getting a head start and building those bonds?
It's awesome. You know, I've tried to talk to some people like that you know or seen, but to see them in person and kind of get to know each other, who they are, is a ton of fun. It's been good to get to know who's going to be who when we go to college next year. It's going to be fun.
Nice. So you're up in Foxcroft, about an hour away from Bangor. Not really the middle of nowhere, but kind of off the grid a little bit, and it's just football all week with football guys. What has this experience been like so far?
It's been a grind for sure. We're kind of out here, just kind of Foxcroft. There's not much to do other than football, so it's been a lot of get to work. We've been putting in some good practices, getting to know each other off the field, been working together. We've kind of been coming together throughout the days of practice too. It's been good.
What's dorm life been like? A little early taste of dorm life?
Dorm life, you know, it's good. It's good. It's good to get to know people, I guess.
Awesome. Anything else you wanted to add about the upcoming game Saturday, getting one last crack at it in a high school uniform?
Just excited to be here for sure.
Awesome. All right, thanks, man.
That's awesome. Appreciate it.
That's all we have. Max Clark, Tyler Cruz, and we will catch more from the Lobster Bowl all week.
And once again, kickoff for the Lobster Bowl will be at 4 p.m. on Saturday from Lewiston High School. All righty, that's sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Why do thousands of customers take the drive to Newport for all their shoes? Because Comfort Shoes & More has the styles you want, and they also have trained podorthists on staff to help you with all your footwear and arch support issues. We provide free foot evaluations by people who care about fitting you with the most comfortable shoes you will ever own. We have shoes in stock up to 6C and size 17, from safety shoes and boots, running, walking, casual or dress. We have it all at Comfort Shoes & More, 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport, across from Irving.
Spell your mother's maiden name.
M-A... Wait, what?
Will you be my friend and tell me your social security number?
Hey, Mom, what's my social security number?
It's 23... Why are you asking?
Accessing banking data.
At Spectrum, we think if it's connected to your Wi-Fi, it should be protected. Spectrum's advanced Wi-Fi now includes Security Shield, which blocks threats from the outside so you can relax on the inside.
2 sugars, no milk, please.
Home isn't just about looks. It's how it makes you feel. Calm, or maybe even cozy. And now get up to 72 months, no interest. Experience the difference at Jordan's.
You don't have to worry about gas prices with the new Kia from Van Sickle. Choose from the affordable 2022 Kia Forte EPA at 39 miles per gallon or the Kia Niro Hybrid EPA rated at 53 mpg. The new all-wheel drive Kia Sorento plug-in hybrid EPA rated at 79 mpge. Or check out the stunning all-new all-wheel drive 2023 Kia Sportage and get the peace of mind that comes with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. The best in the business.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee it.
Hey, Red Sox fans, you've got to play You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Local weekly winners receive prizes. Register now at foxbangor.com. You Pick 'em Red Sox is sponsored by Twin City Tint in Brewer, Comfort Shoes and More in Newport, Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor, and Twin City Tile in Brewer.
Your son is sick. I can help you.
Wipe everything clean.
I did what I did to save my son. But this is not who I am.
The Cleaning Lady. Watch the entire first season before new episodes this fall. This year, there's a whole new season to love what we love.
Burnouts. Winning. Racing.
I am NASCAR.
Welcome back. A surprising find for some fishermen who spotted a dolphin swimming in a Connecticut river. This wayward dolphin was spotted splashing around on Thursday morning in the Thames River near the Norwich Marina. Marine experts think it's a young dolphin which may have swam upstream from the Long Island Sound some 15 miles away. It's still unclear if the dolphin is injured. Cell phone video from a bystander appears to indicate it may have gotten hooked onto a fishing line. Rescue teams from Mystic Aquarium were unable to find the marine animal to check its condition. The dolphin was also spotted in the river Friday morning. Mystic Aquarium crews with National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration are monitoring the river. They hope to help the dolphin back into the Sound if it gets stuck in the freshwater river.
Well, 2 neglected tigers rescued from an Oklahoma roadside attraction find a new home in California's Oakland Zoo. The female tigers, now named Lola and Mia, were rescued in June from a facility shut down by the U.S. Department of Agriculture for multiple animal safety and welfare violations. A concerned citizen called the Oakland Zoo after noticing the animals hadn't been relocated. When the zoo arrived to help, they found the tigers severely underfed. Lola was found with a facial deformity caused by an untreated infected tooth. Meanwhile, Mia was found to be declawed. It's a procedure likely done to her as a cub so tourists could take pictures with her. The zoo says the tiger's conditions are an example of why lawmakers need to pass a federal Big Cat Public Safety Act. It's a bill that would regulate the possession, exhibition, or breeding of big cats. It would also restrict direct contact between the public and the animals. The bill was introduced in the House last year, but has since stalled. And here's hoping something like that can pass, because treatment of animals like that, it's just unacceptable.
Yeah, it really is. And, you know, it's a tough story to hear about, but it's also a great ending to see these animals be relocated to a place where they can get the care that they need.
And a much more appropriate environment with people who are truly trained to handle them and understand them.
Absolutely.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for us. Take care and good night.
Good night.
For more local news coverage, switch over to our sister station, ABC7, right now for ABC7 News at 11.
Stay tuned to get 2 rolls of Alien Tape free. You heard that right, free. Finally, there's Alien Tape, a revolutionary new tape that doesn't use adhesive, but strong enough to hold an incredible 17.5 pounds on most surfaces. You'll love Alien Tape, the incredible new advanced grip technology tape that instantly locks anything into place without screws or anchors. There's more. Alien Tape is reusable. Remove it, rinse it, and reuse it. Use it again and it's just as strong. Use Alien Tape to hold stuff in place. It locks right down instantly. Keep things secure until you're done. Just give it a twist and it comes right off. Alien Tape comes right off because it doesn't use adhesive. But on drywall, it's a permanent alternative to nails. No need to drill into cabinets. Alien Tape will stay in place until you decide to take it off. Alien tape is perfect for glass. Use it for heavy towels and it stays in place. When you're done, remove it and there's no residue. Alien tape defies gravity, even when it's wet. You'll love it. Alien tape grips to most surfaces instantly. Hang heavy pictures on stone in a flash. Use Alien tape outdoors. No screws or permanent hold.
Again, and soon he'll enter a courtroom, the place where his family's name and reputation were built. But this time, he'll be fighting for his own life.
And that's our program for tonight. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Amy Robach.
And I'm David Muir. From all of us here at 2020 and ABC News, thanks for watching. Good night.
Welcome to the final straw, a game of gravity versus greed. Ready, set, pull, let's go.
The Final Straw, new Sunday on ABC.
This is ABC 7 News at 11.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones.